Hey everyone, we are going to be looking at Polleverywhere today. Polleverywhere is a great source for anyone to create a poll and get immediate responses from a group of people. Polleverywhere has a lot of different plan options which allow access to more cool features, but we'll just be looking at the free services that everyone has access to. Don't worry though, the free version is still a great tool to use in the classroom or in any situation where one might need to get a response from a group of people. So to start off, you'll need to go to polleverywhere.com. So I've already been there. We'll just click on that. We'll focus on these two options up here. If you already have an account, then obviously you would just log in. If not, you'll just go to this sign up button. It'll ask you for your full name, your email, your password, and then check this if you're an educator. Unless you're not, you don't have to check it. And then make sure you check this agree to terms of service. Then you'll come down to the screen, sign up for my Polleverywhere account. Since I already have an account, I'll just go ahead and log in. Alright, so this is what your home page will look like. We'll call it your home page. So we'll start by creating a poll. You can either come to this gray create your first poll, or this one will be here all the time, the green create poll to the top left. So we'll just do that. You can actually enter in as many questions as you'd like. You can ask multiple choice, true, false, open-ended. So we'll go ahead and start by asking kind of an open-ended, I guess, or one that they can respond with whatever they'd like. So if it's an open-ended, just make sure that this is checked. And then we'll do a multiple choice. And then you'll just make sure that multiple choice is checked. It'll start off by giving you two options, the true and false. You can just click to add an answer, just this blue button. Click that as many times as you'd like. And then you can just come up and erase these answers and put whatever ones you would like to have as their options to choose from. Okay, and then we'll do true, false, and then that one would also be multiple choice, and then you can just leave these. So once you're done creating the questions, you can create as many as you'd like, which I think is kind of cool. You can come down to this bottom part and click either cancel or create. Cancel if you aren't pleased with your questions and you'd like to start over, or just create by clicking this green create button. That will take you back to your home screen. You can see that your polls are here created. Another cool feature about this website is that you can use questions that other people have already created. You just come over here to public polls, and you can either search through all the countless pages there are, or you can type a question that you're kind of looking for. I already played around with this a little bit, so we'll just go with who is your favorite basketball player. Then just click search shared polls. It'll pull up a lot of the same question, but if you click on it, you'll see that there will be a lot of different answers because it's created by someone else, so they can put whatever answers they'd like. You can just kind of play around and go into each of them to decide which one you'd like to use. Let's say we do this one. You'll just say you want to ask your audience this question. And it will take you to this screen where you can edit the question, you can edit the answers. They spelled Michael wrong, so I'll go ahead and edit that. You can move the answers up or down. You can add another option. You can completely get rid of one with this X over here. These are for the paid versions, I believe, so we won't worry about that. After you're done, you can just click on Save Copy of Poll, and it will take you to the actual poll where it's allowing them to start to text in their codes. So for multiple choice polls, they'll usually give you different codes for each answer, and you text that code to 37607. It's always going to be 37607. That's the number that's Polleverywhere. For open-ended questions, it will usually just have you text a number and your answer, since you get to actually put whatever answer you'd like in your response. So it'll have you text a number and an answer to 37607. While we're in a poll, I'll just kind of show you some options that you have. You can stop the poll, and then you can start it back up from this page. You can also copy it so that you have more than one of those same polls, and this might be useful for if you need more than 40 people to respond to a poll question, because the free version only allows 40 people to respond to a poll. So that would be where you would need to copy it. You can delete the poll, you can clear the results, and then you can also edit the poll. We'll just go into that. In the edit screen, you can, if you go up to this right top corner, you can choose how many times each person can respond, or you can do as many as they'd like, or if you want to, allow them to, then you can do that. Then reply messages for the paid. How people can respond: they can do text messages, they can use just any web device, any device that can get them on the internet, and then you give them a website link to go to. They can do tweets or just send them a private link. I believe that is also for the paid. You can also schedule when to start and stop the poll. If you won't be at a computer or for whatever reason, you can decide, okay, I want to start at 5 minutes from now and I want to stop it an hour from the start time. So that's kind of cool. After you're done with your editing options, you just come over here to save poll. You can start the poll. Again, you can stop it. You can see the response history. No one has texted in. Obviously, this is just an example. But you can see how many people have responded and all that. So let's go back to your home screen. You can do with just your home screen with all of your polls that you've got here. So if you kind of scroll over one, you can see over to the right all of these different things. First of all, these are showing you how many responses you've gotten for that poll. Since no one is responding to my polls, because it's just an example, it says 0. But as responses were to come in, then they would just up that number. You can also delete that poll. You can stop it, you can copy it, and you can edit it. If you would like to group these polls, say that you have more than 1 or 2 classes and you'd like to put the polls with their classes, all you do is come over here and click on whatever polls you want in a group. And then come over here to this gray button that says group, and then you can see that they're in a new group. You can edit the groups, you can name it. We'll just say science, and then you can save it. If you mistakenly put a poll in a group, it's really easy to move out. You can do a couple different things. Let's say this one, so you just check it, and then you can ungroup it, or you can come over here so that you get this 4 arrow little symbol and just scroll it up to move it up. So now I've got nothing in the science group. So if you want, you can just scroll, move it back down. Kind of cool. You can also check all of the polls within a group to start them at the same time, or you can check them to delete them all. I'm not going to do that. You can edit multiple at a time. You can check them all to clear the results. So you've got a bunch of different options up here. Another cool feature with Polleverywhere is that you can use images for part of your answers, for your responses. So let's go back and let's create a poll. Okay, so then you can come over to this camera, and then you'll just use your pictures to use as your answers. Just come to create it, and you've got pictures as your answers now. Pretty cool feature. If you'd like, you could use this poll or any of your polls as a slide in a PowerPoint. Just come to the right and click on download as slide. If you're using a Mac, you'll probably need to get the Pollev app. It's actually kind of cool. It lets you create polls, edit your polls within that app because you log into your Polleverywhere account from the app. If you're using Windows, just come to this and click PowerPoint and then open it up. It's not going to show correctly in mine because I'm using a Mac, but it'll kind of look like that, and then you can just put it wherever you want on your specific PowerPoint. One last thing we're going to talk about really quick is if you would like to embed a link or share this link for the poll with other people, just come over to Share and Publish. You can have the link, you can use it in a tweet, a blog, you can email it, or you can download it as a Prezi. So it's kind of cool, and then if you want to do it for your other polls, you can just go to Previous or Next Poll. Pretty cool features with Polleverywhere. When I first started looking into this website, I didn't really think there was much to it. I thought you just created a poll and had people participate. But I've learned that there are so many things you can do for free with this website. It would be a great tool to use in any classroom. I hope you guys find it as useful as I do.